And when we talk liberation, it's liberation of black people in general and Africans in particular. And those people must feel that somebody is fighting for them. I think you're calling for disaster. The day
calling for disaster, Julius.
Let me tell you, you'll have an unled revolution. Unled revolution is anarchy. Once this marginalized, once these people who are oppressed don't feel represented, they are going to come for me and you, especially ourselves who stay in the suburbs.
You're right.
So somebody must make them feel accommodated. Somebody must be seen to be fighting for them, so that they don't stand up on their own unled and then create anarchy. So the EFF closes that gap and says to them, don't be that angry, we're attending to your issues.
If things are going the way they are, there will be a revolution in this country, I can tell you now. There will be an unled revolution. An unled revolution is the highest form of anarchy. Even me, I'll be a victim of that. Why? Because I've committed a class suicide. I'm no longer with them in the townships. I'm now staying in town, I'm in parliament, I'm earning a salary. When they rise, they will rise against the middle class, and I will not even stand in front of them and stop them, because they will say, you sold us out, you left us in the township.
National Youth March. If you are in Pretoria, you're going to meet the people at the Union Building. Cape Town, same applies. These are some of the tips that I have. Wear all black so that you don't stand out. Wear something that covers your tattoos, your ears, as well as this bridge. Maybe put on some makeup. Have a water bottle with water in case you or your partners or the people you'll be working with get pepper sprayed. Pepper spray is very painful. Water rinses it out. Carry it. Disable location services on your phone if you're going to take your phone along. If you don't take it along, write important numbers somewhere on your body whereby it won't be erased. If you decide to take videos of the protest, ensure that you blur out faces of the people who will be protesting with you. Layer up clothing to protect yourself from rubber bullets. Do not post yourself at the location of the protest, because police will arrest you if they find out you were there. Disable face lock and fingerprint lock so that if you are bringing your phone along to take videos, when the police arrest you, they will force you to unlock your phone. Passwords are safer than fingerprint and face lock. They will force you to unlock your phone. Disable those features. Do not wear sandals, wear boots or techies. If you're going to be at the back when police start shooting, do not panic. You will scare the people who are at the front lines. The people who are at the front lines are the ones who are supposed to move away when the police start shooting. The people who are going to be frontliners, ensure that you have heat-proof gloves so that when they throw the gas canisters at you, you can pick them up and throw them back at the police. Have a face mask or a bandana so that when they start shooting tear gas, you have something to, cover yourself with. The safety goggles that the construction workers were wearing, if you can get maybe 5 pairs and you're going to be in the front lines so that you can pass on to the other people who are going to be in the front lines, this will help them be protected from the tear gas. If you decide to carry a backpack, ensure that there's water, snacks, a scarf, saline solution, goggles, scarf or earplugs. On the 24th of September, we're having a National Youth March.
I was asking you guys now, where are our young people? People who've always liberated countries. We just vote. We are voting cows every 5 years. Sheer electoralism is not going to help us. This country requires a stop to this mess and a new philosophy of running things, and not the elitist things by these foundations. No, who are trying to reclaim the moment in order to ensure the continued survival of their funders, and to reclaim our future once again, where people who have been part of the problem want to determine the solution so that they can recycle the problem. Our young people have a moment now to put a stop to this. And I'm saying young people because old people like myself and others are naturally cowards. We're looking at our interests, bonds, and all of these things. It's young people who have very little to lose, who take on countries and create better futures. And it requires just our young people to take on this government, to take on this philosophy which is neoliberal in character and taking us nowhere. We just need to grow a little bit of spine, some courage, not recklessness, courage to take on a government and bring it down lawfully.
This is Nepal. Nepal is a mountain kingdom. It's a mountain. There is not call it kingdom. Is at some point it was led by the dynasty, the national dynasty, where the power, not for the longest time, was handed over back to the government. More like what people of Swaziland want. You understand, Lesotho was the same. It was just a mountain kingdom that it attempted not so long ago to go into democracy. Nepal is almost the same thing. So what happens is what you see in Swaziland is what you see there. There are highly connected families who are benefiting and who are living as the aristocrats of the nation. I mean, they are very rich. They are on social media. They go all over and be seen to be doing something. This is very parallel to Swaziland, by the way, and many other nations. Talk about South Africa, for example, but I'm going to paint the differences in South Africa, what is happening. So what I'm trying to discuss with you now is, will it be possible to happen in South Africa? Before we discuss what happened in Nepal, will it be possible? Do you think it would actually happen? What I'm trying to show you is how South Africans, the youth, by the way, are organized into toppling the South African government. Do you think they will? Do you think they will? Let's get to what happened there. I'm just going to give you the basics. So basically, the youth of Nepal complain about corruption. Because they go, corruption. By the way, this is what we hear from mainstream media. How do the West topple a country? They put pressure, and one of the pressures is social media. Why am I saying that? You would know the Russia and the USA story, the USA and the and the Chinese story. The fight is always on social media. So what the government does is the government says this social media must conform to certain standards that we put. So this social media leaders, Facebook, TikTok, and must conform to a certain standard. But here's the thing: the Chinese media, the Chinese are just next door. The Chinese media, TikTok, conforms to those and submit in time, and it doesn't get banned. But these other ones, your Facebook, the American aligned ones, they don't. And what does the Chinese government, the Nepal government, the Nepalese stop it? The country is young, and it is alleged that because they took away social media, the country stormed. They stormed everything. I mean, after 2 days, by the time the government said, okay, no, it's fine, we'll give you back social media, it was too late, because they smelled blood and they wanted to topple government. In 2 days, it was done. 7 days, the country was upside down. If you think about it, the revolution that sparked it is social media. Was the government correct? The government was correct. But it is other things that the people were not happy with that made those guys to face what is called the Arab Spring. So what is the Arab Spring? The Arab Spring is someone in Arabia, Egypt. So someone was not happy. He went to the street and said, I'm tired of this. And he poured stuff on himself and he set himself, and boo. And the people started getting angry because they were sympathetic to that man. And this effect kept rolling. and that's how we had the Arab Spring. It's because of that. That is not the only country. There are many countries who have suffered the same. But I just wanted to discuss South Africa and and how different is it in South Africa. So what is different in South Africa is, you see those families, the Moswati family, for example. I know you are confusing me discussing Moswati and South Africa and Lesotho. I'm just giving you parallels here. In South Africa, when on the 24th of September, it's a public holiday, and the kids want to topple it. We say the kids because it's a Gen Z. It's a Gen Z revolution that started there. Will it catch fire? Because with the Arab Spring, they called it Arab because it did not centralize only in it. It went all over the Arabia. Arabia, by the way, it's a very contested area between Africa and the Middle East. In South Africa, what are the chances of it happening? I doubt if it would happen. I doubt if it would. I doubt if it would have the same significance. It's because most of the political players are young. Julius Malema, for example. But Julius Malema has spoken many times against an unled revolution. What did he mean? And there are people, of course, who criticize Julius Malema because Julius Malema says we need to be a buffer. We need to give these people hope so they do not cause a revolution. Because when they come, they're going to come for me and they're going to come for you. So people seem to hate that about Julius Malema because he says it's just there to get the revolution. That's Julius Malema saying, and people criticize him for that. But be there as it may, just wanted you to opine on this. 24 September, will there be a revolution in South Africa? I don't know. Don't underestimate the youth. The July unrest started without too much spark, and it spiraled in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, mainly where there's a dominance of Zulu people, and because you like it or you don't, it was sparked by Jacob Zuma being incarcerated. People will come with lots of excuses, but that is what I'm opining on. That people who were sympathetic to Jacob Zuma, mostly Zulus, started that thing, and that's why it was not really confined, but it was felt in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. This is the biggest base where Zulu people live. But much political incorrect. Let's listen. Let's talk about it. What do you think will happen in South Africa? What makes me not think it will happen is, in South Africa, a lot of people have interest in maintaining the status quo. Even the political parties who want someone to be toppled, they don't want it to be banned because they will not have anything to come and run. And by the way, they are funded by the same people. The same people who fund all the oppositions is the same people who fund the current government. You hate it, but it's the truth. The same people who fund the opposition are the same people who fund the rulers. Machine politically incorrect. I don't think it will happen. Not because I take the youth for granted, but the muscle behind this is much stronger than that. And by the way, let's talk about it while we still have a chance. Our youth, you compare our youth and the youth of Nepal. The differences is our youth have, besides social media culture, they also have a party mentality. Our youth go out for fun far too much than many other countries allow. Our youth have a party life. Our youth spend billions per annum on parties. That is a difference. Many other countries who do such, and we spoke about how the youth of 1976, when they turned the country upside down, of course they didn't succeed. They were targeting beer halls because they said, we do not want this thing. I don't think the youth of today would say, we don't want this thing, referring to party life, because that is where the change would be. We spoke about how they targeted. The apartheid government made sure that these people have something to hold on to. That is beer. It's still continuing even today. Machine political incorrect. Let's leave it at that. Etada.
My fellow South Africans, I'm appealing to you who has resources to please come forward and support this cause, because it's very, very vital that we are resourced as well. As for our military, South African National Defence Force, the generals of South African Defence Force, we are also extending our hands to you and our police officers, our police commissioners. We are not fighting with either of you. We are not fighting with you. All we are appealing to you is that our country is in terrible state. And I believe with your help, being part of this fight, we will succeed and survive. So we are not fighting you, we are fighting the system that is oppressing us, the system that is taking everything away from the citizens of this country. As a constitutional right that you know you uphold and promote, you have a duty to protect the citizens of this country. We are calling upon you to join this fight because you are part of the community before you become soldiers and police. So I understand and I know for a fact that you know what is happening and you are not happy about it. Therefore, it's only important that you support this call, you support this team here, so that we can be able to assist each other and then liberate South Africa for the people of this country. That's all we are appealing for to you, the security cluster. I salute you.
Okay, here's a quick one. A quick few. Number one, please don't come wearing your regalia on the 24th. We don't care which party you're from. We don't care if you're the EFF or the ANC or the WWPF or the... we don't care about that. Don't come wearing your regalia. Do not come wearing your regalia to support the youth of South Africa. Don't do that. We are not interested in that regalia. We are not interested in the colors of your party. We tried, you guys. It's good. Siyabonga. Don't come wearing your regalia. Please, if you're not wearing this, if you're not coming wearing this, then don't come. Because we are not trying to have the political parties take precedent and want to be the ones that are here and making noise. No, this is not for you. This is not about you. Do not come wearing regalia. If you are a Dudula or you are what, if you do not come peacefully, sit down. Because the youth of South Africa wants to stand up and talk and have their voices heard. Sikhathela wena ma voice wakdala. Bangumsindo unnecessarily. Please give the youth of South Africa an opportunity to voice out. Whether they come ngama guidelines, it doesn't matter. Whether they do it on a public holiday, because ngizwa abanye abantu babhizi nje la busy public holiday. What are you guys gonna urge? What are you doing about it? Which date did you propose? How are you helping them prepare? Did you give them this advice? You guys are talking about how young they are. Yes, they are young. They're tired. They are tired. If you don't have anything positive to talk about the 24th, shut up. Sit down. It's good that you'll be sitting down and we don't need you. If you're not going to be coming to influence and support and have a positive outlook, sit down, shut up. Let them do what they want to do. Allow them an opportunity to do. You guys have been roaming around the streets doing nothing. You guys have been vigilanting and dueling people and mandlaring everyone and doing absolutely nothing. So sit down, please. Shut up and sit down. Give the youth an opportunity to try. Give the youth an opportunity and back them. Tell them we don't understand, but then we're going to back you. We're going to be with you. Voice out. Say whatever that you want to say. Because one thing that I'm also noticing is that you guys are taking these kids for a crap. And they're going to surprise you. Did you guys see the dialogue? Did you guys see that young girl who's representing all the matriculants of South Africa, the youth of South Africa? You guys are taking these kids for a... So... that's my say. That's my two bob. Number one, do not come wearing your regalia. We don't want your regalia. We don't care about the party that you're coming from. We are done with the parties. Say sharp. Don't come wearing your regalia. Do not annoy us with that regalia. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm calm. I'm calmer. Okay, I'm calmer now. We are 100% behind the South African youth that want to take to the streets on the 24th of September. I've been seeing quite a lot of celebrities, influencers that are also saying they're backing the South African youth. And I'm hoping that there are people that know what should be done on the day and they can help. And if it needs to take more days than what it is, then absolutely go for it, guys. We are behind you. We are absolutely behind you because you are the future of South Africa. Otherwise, we are not going to have a South Africa to even talk about, especially with how people are here to collect. Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying, hey, Cape Town, they're stealing land. They're not stealing land. They're coming to collect what's theirs. They're coming to collect what they paid for a long, long time ago. And we know who sold all of that to them. So they're here to collect what is theirs. Because it was sold bit by bit, land by land, tree by tree, plant by plant. I love you guys. Stay safe.
Now, on the 24th of September 2025, a constitutional hill, we are doing to the ANC what the ANC did to the apartheid government. And if you want to be a part of history, join us.
Okay, South Africans, this is actually scary. A report has just come out which reveals the rate at which the cost of living in South Africa has increased over the past 5 years, and the results are shocking. Just listen to this. Since 2020, electricity prices have increased by 68%. That's almost doubled, while water prices have increased by 50%. And this isn't just a case of normal inflation, because according to the study, which comes from the Competition Commission, who monitor financial ethics in the country, this is a, quote, much higher rate than general inflation, which was 28% over the same period. So prices are increasing way above inflation, and it exceeds the level at which South African salaries are increasing, because over the same period of 5 years, the average South African salary has only increased by 25%. But guys, unfortunately, it looks like it's only going to get worse, because Eskom recently announced in a very controversial plan that electricity tariffs will increase by another 17% over the next 2 years. And simply put, South Africans are fed up.
There is a protest coming. My brother, don't open your shop on the 24th of this month. I repeat again, South African Gen Zs are mobilizing for a strike on the 24th of this month. Don't open your shop. It's better to be safe than to cry later. I know you sometimes you can say, it won't happen, but you never know, it can happen. And moreover, some people will use this opportunity and vandalize and loot our shops. So it is better, don't open your shop. South African Gen Zs are planning to strike on 24th of this month. Don't open your shop. It is better to be safe than to cry later. Closing one day shop will not kill you with hunger. So take a rest on that day. Take a rest, my brother. Take a rest, close your shop. Take a rest, close your shop. Take a rest and close your shop. Thank you.
September 24th of September, throughout the entire South Africa, the youth are going to stand together, and we need everyone to be there. I'm going to drop down a link down below. Please join the community. In the community, everyone is already planning where we're going to be everywhere, and everything that needs to be done. The corruption has gone too far. The silence has been too loud. We really need to do something. So 24th of September, don't miss out. Please DM me if you need any information. And yeah, please join the group. You can put it in your browser if the link doesn't want to open, and then the browser will open it in WhatsApp for you. But yeah, protests all around the world. The youth have had enough, and we need to stand united and show the government that they can't divide us anymore. This is our future, and the people deciding our future are not even going to be in it. They're only benefiting themselves. So see you guys on the 24th of September.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a revolution. Let the grid collapse, and let's see what's going to happen.
Let the grid collapse.
I'm saying to you.
How do you think South Africans are going to feel hearing you say that? People who are losing their jobs, people who have no income, and you just say...
You are misinterpreting me. I'm saying to you, let the grid collapse as it is going to happen, and see what's going to happen in this country. I'm not wishing it. I'm saying it's going to happen, and you will see what's going to happen. Do you think that once the grid collapse, people are going to exchange roses with government? People are going to rise, and when they rise, there will not be any leader who will be leading them. There will be leaderless, there will be anarchy, there will be looting all over this country, because nothing will be working.
So I sat down and decided to look at the energies of the 24th of September, and I'm gonna tell you now that it's not going to be a cute one. It really isn't going to be a cute one at all. The energies are going to be very volatile. The energies are going to be very volatile. There are going to be power struggles. There's going to be an issue of control. Now, whether this is going to be an issue of control amongst the protesters or the government trying to control the protest, I don't know. However, there is going to be an issue of control. And what I do see happening is that because already through the comment section, you can see that people are having their own ideas on what they are going to be doing on the day of the protest. You can see that people are not speaking the same language. There isn't a clear direction on what the actual purpose and mission of this protest is about. Things are going to get messy. There are people speaking about looting. People are speaking about going to the politicians' houses. We are born in Djibouti that there is no clear direction on what is going to be happening on the day of the protest. And that is indicative of the fact that chaos is most likely to ensue. Right? So the likelihood of people deciding that they're going to be burning down places, the likelihood of this comment playing out is high. So, and the thing is also, you can see that amongst the people that are being defensive in my comment section, is that it's people that are lacking a critical thinking. And that means Uguti, there is no real attention to the details, which means Uguti, there isn't any real preparation for a destruction. So my advice is that can the organizers can they clearly stipulate on the WhatsApp group? Can they clearly stipulate what the actual mandate is, so that when it hits the fan and they get fingered, they can say, listen, we do not give anyone any instructions to go and be destructive. We do not give anyone any instructions to go and cause chaos and do arson and commit arson. We did not give anyone those instructions. This was our mandate. And people out of their own volition decided that they are going to do whatever they wanted to do, and that was beyond our control. But this was our mandate, because the likelihood of people deciding to do their own thing is very, very high. And you do not want the responsibility to be on your head as the organizers. However, though, arrests would make this protest more revolutionary.
Kusho ukuthi iNepal nebayihlukumeza ngendlela nathi abasihlukumeza ngayo. The Nepal government is the first government to be dethroned by emergency. And the things that they were experiencing in Nepal, it's the same situations that we are experiencing in South Africa. The most one bebayikhalela kakhulu is the high unemployment rate. Nala South Africa, that one is always nje, keeps going higher and higher and higher. The high unemployment rate. And when you look into these government officials, the amount of money they are looting, the amount of money they are chowing. And then when a figure company and says, Uguti, I want to make a change. I want to hire the youth into making a change in this country as South Africa. Then they tell that company about the PEE because of they want that money for themselves. They want to eat that money. They like abanandaba. And I hope Uguti such videos was in Nepal. It gets into people's head. Uguti, no one will change the situation that we are dealing with in South Africa besides you and me. There's no God that will come and change this situation. The God that will change this situation is the God that is in you and the God that is in me. That is the only God that will tell you to get up and fight. Whether you fight by just blocking a road, you are fighting. Whether you fight by just uploading a video and expressing yourself and telling people that this is sickening, you are fighting. Whether you fight by just being behind the microphone and sharing stories and telling people that this cannot happen in our country. Our country is so rich of everything. We are rich of everything. Even if you do that behind the mic, you are fighting. Whether you fight by being in the streets and making sure Guti you march on and making sure Guti people see that you are visible and making sure Guti there's crowds and crowds behind you, you are fighting. There's no better fighter than Omunye. Whether you are in the streets, whether you are behind a camera, whether you are behind a microphone, whether you are behind a laptop, whether you are behind your keypad, whether you're behind whether you behind anything, the fact is the common purpose is one and the destination is one. Our destination is freedom and our destination is better life for all, and our destination is employment, proper employment structures in place. And our destination is making sure we get paid what we deserve. They don't pay you 25, 26, you only pay the rent and bought food, and you still struggle to get money to go back to Lom 70 law just because of their paying us peanuts. That's the fight that we should be fighting. In Nepal, they said they are tired. In Nepal, they said they couldn't take it anymore. It took the Gen Zs to stand up and say, this, we are changing. This government is not for us, and we want this government out. But now we behind cell phones. We behind comments saying, hey, you only fight Guma TikTok, you only fight Guma Tweet, you only fight Guma Facebook. But this video that we're doing, it's enough to spark a fire. This video that we're doing, it's enough to make you do something also. Instead of being negative and commenting negative things, why don't you just take a video and forward it and see which your lender group? It will probably land into the minds of people who know very well how to structure a fight that will be taken to the streets. But Tina, we are too relaxed. Too relaxed. Then we complain. Imagine there's these Chinese people that got arrested 20 years for taking abantu bangaphandle, bringing them to South Africa, and then making them work imisebenzi bekumele ngaba bayisebenzi because of their ages. But it's not like the government doesn't know about that. Bafethu ama-government ayahamba ama-BNB, ama-government ayahamba ama-resort, holiday resorts. The people who are cleaning gardens laphayana, it's kids from Malawi. It's kids from Malawi. You see someone who's 13 years, awazi ukuklinela ipool, awazi ukugunda utshani, ayoqoqa amasimba wenkomo. It's kids from Malawi, and the government knows, but they are doing nothing. Even in the case, Leonard, that lady did say, these people demanded money. They demanded 200,000. And for the first time, we said no to them. We don't have it. Now they opened up a case against these Chinese people because of they said, no, we don't have that money. Our government knows. But our government knows. Lang sebenza khona, a security guard said he was stopped by police, and then amaphoyisa bathi uyesifuna ID. He produced his ID, told those police ukuthi niyazi ukuthi lama illegal foreigners bahlala kuphi, and you know them very well, but nihamba nizomisa abantu who are not even doing any criminal activities like South African command IDs, but the ones who are corrupt, the ones who do not have IDs, niyabazi bakuphi, but anifuna ukubalanda because of you guys are getting money from those people. We have to fight. We have to fight. If we don't fight,
On the 29th of September, young people marched to the presidency to go give the president a vote of no confidence. As young people, we collectively said that the president of this country is fired, understanding that the president has failed to deliver on his KPIs. We are saying that, Mr. President, you must continue to hang your head in shame, because under your leadership, we continue to see learners protest every year in order for them to get access to higher education. We have to prove that we are the neediest in order for us to get access to NSFAS. It cannot be this way. It cannot be that young people continue to live in poverty. It cannot be that we continue to see high dropout rates in this country. After submitting our memorandum that essentially said that you are fired, we then got a response from the presidency that says that they acknowledge the memorandum. We do not want you to acknowledge the memorandum. We want you to hang your head in shame and start packing your bags, because in 2024, young people are going to go out and vote for a leadership that is going to serve them. We're going to go and vote to end this political crisis that we currently have. We do not want arrogant leaders. We do not want leaders that want to be correct all the time. We want leaders that are going to go to the ground and collaborate with people. And we want people that are going to give us a country that we deserve. As young people, we have the biggest share in this country, and it is our collective responsibility to go out and vote next year. And when we vote, vote for something that is sober. And something that is sober is something that is going to give us a better future.
Mzansi, are you watching this? Are you seeing this? It took Nepal 2 days to overthrow the government. 2 days. These people were dragging the minister from the streets, kicking him with another flying kick that I've never seen in my life, taking him to the river to baptize him, wash his sins. This guy even resigned from his position. It took them 2 days. And in Indonesia, it took them 10 days just to overthrow the government. What's failing us? Like, the youth is tired of corruption. We are so much tired. In the youth league, there are old people. How is it youth league, but there are a bunch of old people sitting there? When